Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of Lakers, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video. Could Daniel Gaffford be the perfect frontcourt partner for Luka Doncic on the Lakers? With their off-season mission crystal clear, reinforcing the frontcourt, the Los Angeles Lakers are exploring multiple options. And one name quietly gaining traction is Daniel Gaffford, the athletic big man who found instant chemistry with Luka Doncic during their recent run with the Dallas Mavericks. Daniel Gaffford, reliable, efficient, and already in sync with Luka. Gaffford might not be the flashiest name on the board, but is exactly the kind of player every contending team needs. In his 6 seasons in the NBA, he's carved out a reputation as a dependable rim runner who brings high efficiency around the basket, relentless rebounding, and solid shot blocking. Think of him as the Casio watch of NBA centers, not flashy, but always reliable. But beyond his steady contributions, what makes Gaffford especially intriguing for LA is one key factor. He's already proven he fits alongside Luka. During the 2023-24 season, Doncic openly praised Gaffford after the trade that brought the center to Dallas. He's a real threat in the pick and roll, protects the paint, and can block shots, exactly what we need. And the numbers back it up. Gaffford started every playoff game that season and averaged nearly 2 blocks per game, 1.9 BPG. Of his 117 made field goals in the postseason, 58 came directly off assists from Doncic. The synergy was real and highly effective. What would it cost the Lakers to land Gaffford? Right after the finals, Gaffford signed a 3-year, $54 million extension with Dallas. That might sound like a roadblock, but it's quite the opposite. The contract was structured in a way that keeps him trade eligible this summer. In other words, he's available for the right price. Before the extension, there were already whispers that acquiring Gaffford wouldn't come cheap. Now, the price tag may be even steeper. Any serious Lakers offer would likely start with young talent, possibly names like Dalton Connect or Adu Thiero, plus future draft picks. Would the Mavs even pick up the phone? That's the big question. After the blockbuster trade that sent Luka to the Lakers, a move that sparked major backlash among Mavs fans, it's hard to imagine Dallas being eager to help LA again. Still, in the NBA, everything comes down to the offer. If the Lakers are truly set on making Gaffford their full-time anchor in the paint, they'll have to part with every asset not named LeBron or Luka. And even then, there's no guarantee. Is it worth pushing for Gaffford? He's young, athletic, efficient, and already proven alongside Doncic. His contract is team-friendly, and he fills the Lakers' biggest need, rim protection and rebounding. But is that enough to justify a high price? There may be cheap alternatives out there, Goga Bitadze, Magic, Nick Richards, Suns, or Yves Missy, Pelicans, come to mind. Still, knowing GM Rob Pelinka's reputation for exploring every avenue, a call to Dallas GM Nico Harrison feels inevitable. Quick Q&A, Daniel Gaffford and the Lakers. Did Gaffford play with Luka Doncic? Yes, they started together during the 2023-24 playoffs and developed strong on-court chemistry. Is Gafford's new contract a trade blocker? No. Despite his extension, he remains fully trade eligible this offseason. Do the Lakers have the cap space? Not outright, but they can structure a deal using matching salaries and draft picks. Do the Lakers really need a center? Absolutely. Rim protection and rebounding are the biggest holes in their current roster. Are there other options besides Gaffford? Yes. Bitadze, Richards, and Missy are more affordable options the Lakers are reportedly monitoring. How Gaffford could shift the Lakers' identity. Bringing in Daniel Gaffford wouldn't just be about plugging a hole in the lineup, it could signal a larger philosophical shift for the Lakers. Over the past few seasons, LA has struggled to find a consistent interior presence outside of Anthony Davis, who often prefers to play power forward rather than center full-time. Gafford's arrival could allow Davis to operate more freely on both ends, while giving the Lakers a traditional rim-protecting big who doesn't need plays called for him to be impactful. And make no mistake, Gaffford changes games without needing the ball. He thrives in the pick and roll, crashes the glass relentlessly, and runs the floor hard in transition. He's the kind of role player who makes stars better, exactly the type of support Doncic and LeBron, while he's still in uniform, needs. Potential lineup impact and fit. If the Lakers manage to land Gaffford, the new-look starting five could be formidable. PG, Luka Doncic. SG, Austin Reeves. SF, Rui Hachimura, Dalton Connect, if not traded. PF, Anthony Davis. C, Daniel Gaffford. This lineup gives LA shooting, size, rim protection, and improved pick-and-roll efficiency. More importantly, it gives Doncic a familiar partner in the paint, someone he already trusts and elevates. Plus, this would finally allow Davis to preserve his body throughout the season by shifting some of the physical burden inside. The Lakers have long needed a dirty work big man to protect AD over an 82-game grind. Gaffford might be the ideal solution. League-wide reactions and speculation. Around the league, executives are watching the Lakers closely this offseason. With LeBron James reportedly pushing for one more title run and Doncic's blockbuster arrival already reshaping the Western Conference picture, adding someone like Gaffford could raise eyebrows and expectations. ESPN's Brian Windhorst recently hinted that the Lakers aren't done after the Doncic move, while The Athletic's Jovan Buha reported that LA is aggressively shopping packages involving young players and future picks. And it's not just about talent, it's about chemistry. The Doncic-Gaffford connection worked immediately in Dallas, something that's often difficult to manufacture in a new environment. The Lakers don't want to waste time on building rapport, they want pieces that can click on day one. What could go wrong? Of course, there are risks. Gaffford, while efficient, isn't a star. If LA overpays, sending away too many promising assets or picks, it could handcuff their flexibility down the road. And let's not forget, he's had injury concerns in the past and isn't a floor spacing big, which could clog the lane if not managed properly. There's also the political factor. Would Dallas really trade with the team that just took their franchise cornerstone? It would require a very compelling offer, perhaps involving a third team, to get the Mavs to bite. Final thoughts. Is Gaffford the right gamble? In a vacuum, yes, Daniel Gaffford makes a lot of sense for the Lakers. He fits their timeline, their needs, and most importantly, fits Luka. But it all depends on what they're willing to give up, and whether Dallas is willing to play ball. If Rob Pelinka can pull this off without gutting the roster or sacrificing all future flexibility, this move could be one of the smartest of the offseason. It won't grab the headlines like the Doncic trade did, but it might be the move that quietly makes the Lakers contenders again. Rob Pelinka promises aggressive offseason. Lakers will be super active in trade and free agency markets. With the start of free agency looming, Lakers president of basketball operations and GM Rob Pelinka is feeling the heat, and he's making it clear the front office is preparing to make bold moves. The pressure is especially high as Los Angeles looks to secure Luka Doncic's contract extension, which becomes possible in August. But for Doncic to commit long-term, the Lakers must first surround him with a roster that can seriously contend for a championship. Addressing the center position, a clear priority. One of the Lakers' biggest off-season needs is shoring up the center position, and Pelinka openly acknowledged that it's a top priority. Speaking to Spectrum Sportsnet following the NBA draft, Pelinka emphasized the urgency. Now that the draft's over, we'll be diving into meetings upstairs, fully focused on free agency. Like I said at the end of the season, one of our biggest priorities is solving the center position, and that's going to be front and center for us as free agency begins. We're ready to go all in to make sure we address every hole in the roster and give Coach J.J. Redick all the tools he needs to make this team great next season. Expect the Lakers to be aggressive. Due to limited cap flexibility, Pelinka noted the Lakers will also be highly active in the trade market, a space where they may find more room to maneuver. We're going to be super active. We'll explore every option and utilize every mechanism the CBA gives us. That's what we have to do. We've got players with pending options, and once those decisions are finalized in the next few days, we'll have clarity on how to best attack free agency. The draft ends tonight, but our work is already shifting to free agency, and we're not going to rest until we get it right. Reports suggest the Lakers are expected to have access to the taxpayer mid-level exception, around $5.7 million, and they're already being linked to veteran centers like Clint Capella and Brook Lopez. However, if the Lakers are aiming for a longer-term solution in the frontcourt, they may need to get creative on the trade market. There's also interest in bolstering the bench with more depth at the wing and guard spots, giving Pelinka a long to-do list heading into a critical summer. A league in motion, and the Lakers can't afford to fall behind. The NBA offseason is already buzzing, with stars like Kevin Durant, Drew Holiday,
Kristaps Porzingis, Desmond Bane, Anthony Simons, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope all involved in major trade talks or moves. Pelinka had predicted this flurry of activity, a summer of movement across the league, though the Lakers have yet to fully join the action, aside from a strategic move up the second round of the 2025 NBA draft. But make no mistake, according to Pelinka, the real work starts now. With Luka Doncic's future, roster holes, and championship expectations all on the line, the Lakers are preparing to move decisively, and fans should expect an aggressive, fast-moving offseason. The stakes are rising. What's next for the Lakers? With Rob Pelinka promising the Lakers will be super active this offseason, the pressure is officially on. The next few weeks could shape the future of the franchise, especially with Luka Doncic eligible for a contract extension in August. To secure that long-term commitment, Pelinka and his front office must first prove that this roster is serious about contending for a championship. Exploring the trade market. Given the team's limited financial flexibility, trades may be the most realistic path to significant roster upgrades. The focus is expected to be on two key areas. Center depth. If free agent targets like Clint Capella or Brook Lopez don't pan out, the Lakers may pursue trade options. A veteran big who can protect the rim and stretch the floor would be ideal to complement Doncic. Wings and perimeter defense. Adding size and shooting on the wings is another priority. With other playoff teams loading up, Los Angeles must respond with smarter, tougher role players who can defend and hit open shots. If the Lakers can pull off a trade that improves both ends of the floor, they could quickly reposition themselves as a serious Western Conference threat. Free agency and mid-level opportunities. While blockbuster trades get most of the attention, free agency still offers key tools. Taxpayer mid-level exception. Around $5.7 million, the Lakers could use this to target an experienced center or a floor spacing wing. Veteran minimum signings. Smart, low-risk contracts for experienced players can offer valuable depth. This is especially important if the team chooses to preserve cap space for future flexibility. Two-way deals. Summer League and training camp will give younger undrafted talent a chance to earn spots and possibly contribute during the season. League-wide implications. Moves made in Los Angeles rarely go unnoticed. If the Lakers land a reliable big and add bench depth, it could shift the balance in the Western Conference. Conversely, if they fail to upgrade, questions will intensify about their long-term direction and Doncic's future with the franchise. With teams like Denver, Oklahoma City, and Phoenix gearing up for deep playoff runs, the Lakers can't afford to fall behind. Who's watching the Lakers? Several free agents and trade targets are monitoring the situation closely. Clint Capella remains a top target, bringing rebounding and rim protection. Brook Lopez offers elite shot blocking and shooting, but fit and cost could be concerns. Wing depth may come in the form of players like Kyle Anderson or Royce O'Neal, who bring playoff experience and versatility. These types of players may be more willing to join if Doncic commits long-term, but that hinges on how much better the team gets over the summer. The road ahead. Here's what the timeline looks like. Late June, player options and preliminary trade talks. Early July, free agency begins and the Lakers aim to land key targets. August, Luka Doncic becomes eligible for a max extension. September-October, training camp opens and the new-look roster starts to take shape. Final thoughts. This offseason isn't just about tweaks, it's about proving the Lakers are still a destination for stars and a threat in the playoffs. Rob Pelinka's front office has a lot of work ahead, and the margin for error is razor-thin. If the Lakers deliver, they can convince Doncic to sign and restore the team's contender status. If they fall short, the franchise risks losing more than just a summer, they risk losing the future. Magic Johnson believes Mark Walter is the right person to lead the Lakers into the future. The Los Angeles Lakers are on the verge of a historic transition. The iconic franchise, long owned and operated by the Buss family, is being sold to Los Angeles businessman and CEO of TWG Global, Mark Walter, a move officially announced by both parties. While Walter was already a minority stakeholder in the team, his deeper connection to the Lakers runs through someone who knows the heart of the franchise as well as anyone, Magic Johnson. If you are new here, leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Having worked closely with Walter as part of the Los Angeles Dodgers ownership group, Magic has seen firsthand what kind of leader Walter is, and he couldn't be more confident in what's to come. One thing Jeanie Buss was always going to do was make sure the team landed in the right hands, Magic told the Los Angeles Times. If she was going to sell, it had to be the right person. And Mark Walter is the right person to take over and guide us for the next 30-40 years. This is the best news Lakers fans around the world could have hoped for. A transition built on trust and vision. This sale didn't happen overnight. Magic shared that Walter had his eyes on the Lakers for a long time, starting by purchasing a minority stake from former owner Philip Anschutz. Over time, Walter built a relationship with Jeanie Buss, rooted in mutual respect and a shared understanding of the franchise's deeper meaning. Jeanie had to know that if she handed this off, it would be to someone who truly got it, someone who would honor her father's legacy, stay deeply involved in the community, and carry forward everything the Lakers stand for, Magic said. According to Johnson, Walter not only understands the Lakers' legacy, he embraces it. He knows that being the steward of this franchise means more than winning basketball games. It means upholding a global brand that touches millions and carries the weight of decades of excellence. A proven leader with a championship mindset. Walter's track record with the Dodgers speaks volumes. Under his ownership, the team saw massive investment, smart leadership hires, and a return to elite status. Magic says Lakers fans should expect the same kind of thoughtful, ambitious vision for their team. Mark hires great people. He surrounds himself with winners, Magic said. He's not afraid to make bold moves, and he's always willing to invest in success. That's exactly the kind of leadership the Lakers need to get back to championship form. What stands out even more to Magic is Walter's humble behind-the-scenes approach, something he says mirrors Jeanie Buss's leadership style. You don't see Mark out in front all the time. That's not his style, just like Jeanie. They both care deeply, but they lead quietly. And that's why this works. A new era, with the right foundation. While the sale still needs to go through final approvals and legal formalities, it's expected to be completed by late 2025. But the tone has already been set. This isn't just a business transaction, it's a passing of the torch from one trusted steward to another. Magic's endorsement matters. He's not just a Lakers legend, he's a voice for the fans and a guardian of the culture. And his belief in Mark Walter sends a powerful message. This is the right move, at the right time, with the right person. This couldn't have gone any better, for the fans, for the Buss family, and for the NBA, Magic said. Mark Walter is a true visionary. He understands what the Lakers mean, and he's ready to build something incredible. What this means for the Lakers, and the league. The transition from the Buss family to Mark Walter marks the end of an era, and the beginning of something entirely new. Since Dr. Jerry Buss purchased the team in 1979, the Lakers have become synonymous with glamour, excellence, and championships. Under his leadership and later his daughter Jeanie's, the Lakers not only built one of the most successful franchises in sports history, but they also redefined what it means to be a global basketball brand. Now, as the reins pass to Walter, the question becomes, what's next? Industry insiders believe the shift in ownership could usher in a new wave of investment and modernization across the Lakers' operations, from player development and analytics to marketing and global outreach. Walter is not just buying a team, he's inheriting a cultural institution, one league executive told The Athletic. But he's also the kind of guy who understands how to evolve without losing what makes the Lakers special. Possible front office moves and organizational upgrades. Although Jeanie Buss will remain involved in an advisory role during the transition, sources suggest that Walter may bring in a fresh wave of executive talent to help retool the front office. That could mean bolstering the basketball operations department with data-driven minds, investing further in scouting and player development, and reshaping the organizational philosophy to match today's fast-changing NBA landscape. Walter's ownership of the Dodgers showed his willingness to spend big, but smart. Fans and analysts alike are wondering if he'll take a similar approach with the Lakers, investing heavily not only in superstar talent, but also in infrastructure, training, and support staff. He's not just about splashy moves. He's about sustainable excellence, Magic said. And that's exactly what the Lakers need right now. The Buss family's emotional farewell. While the sale represents an exciting future, it's also a deeply emotional goodbye for the Buss family, who have stewarded the Lakers for over 4 decades. For many fans, Jeanie Buss has been more than an owner. She's been a symbol of loyalty, class, and legacy. Her decision to sell wasn't taken lightly. But Magic Johnson emphasized how thoughtful and personal the process was. Jeanie took her time. She didn't just pick someone with the deepest pockets, she picked someone with the right heart, he said. She wanted to make sure whoever bought the team would treat it like family. That's Mark. A ripple effect across the NBA. The Lakers changing hands sends shockwaves across the NBA. This is one of the league's marquee franchises, and any major move, especially at the ownership level, shifts the landscape. Other team owners, players, agents, and even broadcasters will be watching closely to see how Walter runs things. Expect more corporate partnerships, global expansion efforts, and possibly even a re-evaluation of how the Lakers use their influence in league decision-making circles. When the Lakers speak, the league listens, one agent noted. With Walter coming in, that voice might get even louder. What Lakers fans should expect next? The 2025-26 season will likely be the first full campaign under Walter's leadership. While no drastic overnight changes are expected, subtle shifts may begin to emerge. More transparency, enhanced fan experiences, cutting-edge technology integration, and deeper community initiatives that align with the values Jeannie and Dr. Buss always championed. More importantly, fans can expect one constant: the pursuit of championships. At the end of the day, Magic said, this is about banners. Mark knows that. He's here to bring more of them to Crypto.com Arena. The sale is expected to be finalized by late 2025, pending final league approvals. But one thing's already clear: the future of the Lakers is in steady, visionary hands. And for Magic Johnson and the millions of purple and gold faithful around the world, that's a reason to believe again.